You see before you the President of the United States. And more importantly, you see a completely happy man.
Who would have ever thought that a little girl who grew up in Wytheville, Virginia, would become First Lady of the United States? Certainly not I.
Both Woodrow Wilson and Edith Bolling were native-born Virginians, but divergent roads led them to the White House. President Wilson's first wife of 28 years had passed away, and by a twist of fate, the president met the widow Edith Galt.
I was immediately taken with her beauty, her pleasant conversation, and her sense of humor.
The president and I had an instant rapport.
Almost immediately, I realized that I loved her, and after only a short time, I asked her to marry me.
Soon after their marriage, the president won his bid for re-election. Although he campaigned on a platform of neutrality, on April 6, 1917, the United States entered the war in Europe.
We will not choose the path of submission. We must make the world safe for democracy.
Helping with the war effort, the White House practiced meatless Mondays, wheatless Wednesdays, and gasless Sundays. The president and I put a flock of sheep on the White House lawn. We received much undue criticism for that, but when the sheep were sheared and the White House wool auctioned off, almost $100,000 was donated to the Red Cross.
After the war ended and the Treaty of Versailles was signed, President Wilson suffered a stroke.
Many stories were written about the president's illness. Some were true, some were not so true. But the president survived his ordeal and was able to finish his second term as president.
President Wilson is best remembered for his leadership during the Great War and his attempt to establish the League of Nations. After her husband's death, Edith Bolling Wilson spent the remainder of her life promoting Wilson's vision for world peace.
Edith and Woodrow on the Road presents the presidential couple's story of history, heritage, and romance.
Book your program today.